Think knee push-ups are the easy version? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people do knee push-ups so wrong that they actually put more stress on their shoulders and lower back than a full push-up. Sounds crazy, right? But if your shoulders ache, your neck tightens up, or you feel nothing in your chest, it's not because you're weak, it's because your form is quietly sabotaging you. Today I'm going to show you how to do knee push-ups the right way, but not all at once. We'll peel this back layer by layer, because once you see what's really happening in your body, this exercise will never feel the same again. Let's start with the most common mistakes, because chances are you're making at least one of these without realizing it. The first big mistake is collapsing at the hips. You get down on your knees, lower yourself, and your hips just sink forward like a broken bridge. This turns the movement into a weird half plank. Half push-up that overloads your lower back and completely removes your core from the equation. The second mistake is flared elbows. Your arms shoot out wide like airplane wings, and suddenly your shoulders are doing all the work in the worst possible position. The third mistake is rushing the reps, bouncing off the floor, barely controlling the descent and calling it a set. It looks like effort, but the muscles barely get a message to grow or strengthen. Now here's the interesting part. Knee push-ups aren't supposed to feel easy. They're supposed to feel controlled, stable, and intentional. But before I tell you exactly how to fix everything, let me ask you something. When you do a knee push-up, where do you feel it most? Your shoulders? Your neck? Your wrists? If your answer isn't chest, triceps, and core working together, and that's your first clue that something is off. Don't worry, we're about to fix that. Let's rewind and build this from the ground up, starting with the foundation. Imagine your body like a skyscraper. If the foundation is weak or crooked, no matter how fancy the building is, it's unstable. In knee push-ups, your foundation is your knees, hips, and core alignment. When you come down to the floor, your knees should be on the mat, but your hips should be slightly forward, not sagging, not piked up. From your knees to your shoulders, your body should form a straight line. Not a straight line from knees to head, but a strong diagonal line like a solid ramp. This is where most people have a light bulb moment, because they realize knee push-ups are not a relaxed position, they're an active one. Before you even bend your arms, engage your core. Think about gently pulling your ribs down and tightening your abs like you're bracing for a cough. This doesn't mean sucking your stomach in. It means creating tension. That tension is what protects your spine and transfers force into your upper body. Without it, your push-up leaks power everywhere. This is why people feel knee push-ups in their lower back. They never built the foundation. Now let's talk about hand placement, because this is where shoulder pain is born or prevented. Place your hands slightly wider than shoulder width, but not excessively wide. Your fingers should be spread, gripping the floor lightly, as if you're trying to leave fingerprints on it. Your wrists should be stacked under your shoulders, not way out in front. When you look down, your hands should be roughly under your chest, not under your face. This small adjustment alone can instantly make the movement feel stronger and safer. Here's a key detail most people miss. Before you lower yourself, rotate your elbows slightly inward, not flared out. Imagine you're trying to bend the floor between your hands. This creates tension in your lats and stabilizes your shoulders. It's subtle, but once you feel it, everything changes. This is the difference between a push-up that wrecks your shoulders and one that builds them. Now we lower, and this is where patience matters. Don't drop. Don't bounce. Lower yourself slowly, taking about 2 to 3 seconds. As you descend, your elbows should travel at about a 30 to 45 degree angle from your body, not tucked tight, not flared wide. Your chest leads the movement, not your head. If your chin hits the floor first, that's another red flag. Think chest to floor, body moving as one solid unit. At the bottom position, pause for just a split second. This pause is powerful. It removes momentum and forces your muscles to actually work. Your chest should be a few inches from the ground. Your core still tight, your neck neutral. You're not craning your head forward, and you're not looking at your feet. Your spine stays long like a straight beam. Now push. But don't just push with your arms. Push the floor away from you. That mental cue activates more muscle and creates better force. Exhale as you push up, keep your core braced, and return to the top without locking your elbows aggressively. One smooth, controlled rep. That's it. That's one perfect knee push-up. And yes, done correctly, 5 of these can feel harder than 15 sloppy ones. Now let's contrast this with the wrong version so you can spot it instantly. In the wrong version, the hips sag, the elbows flare, the head juts forward, and the rep is rushed. The shoulders take all the stress, the chest barely works, and the lower back complains later. In the right version, the body moves like a unit, the core stabilizes, the chest and triceps drive the movement, and the shoulders stay happy. Same exercise, completely different result. Let's level this up with some intermediate fixes. One powerful trick is tempo control. Try lowering for 3 seconds, pausing for 1 second at the bottom, then pushing up for 1 second. This immediately increases muscle engagement without adding reps. Another fix is range awareness. If you can't control the bottom position, reduce the range slightly but keep tension. Quality always beats depth when learning. Another intermediate cue is shoulder positioning at the top. At the top of each rep, gently push the floor away and allow your shoulder blades to slightly protract. This engages the serratus muscle, which is crucial for shoulder health. Think of it like wrapping your shoulder blades around your rib cage. This small adjustment builds stability and strength that carries over to full push-ups later. Now for the advanced tweaks, the stuff that turns knee push-ups into a serious strength builder. The first is core intent. Before every rep, mentally check in with your abs and glutes. Lightly squeeze your glutes and brace your core. This turns the movement into a full-body exercise instead of just an arm movement. The second advanced tweak is tension through the hands. Actively press through the base of your palms and fingertips. This improves wrist stability and upper body activation. The final advanced tweak is breath control. Inhale quietly at the top, brace, then exhale slowly as you push up. This keeps your core engaged and prevents energy leaks. It sounds small, but breathing correctly can instantly improve your strength and control. Now here's the big mindset shift I want you to take away. Knee push-ups are not a downgrade. They are a training tool. They teach alignment, control, and tension, the exact qualities you need for perfect full push-ups. Skipping them or rushing through them is like trying to build the top floors of a skyscraper without finishing the foundation. So let's recap the right way. Knees down, body in a strong diagonal line, core braced like a solid foundation. Hands under chest, fingers spread, elbows slightly tucked. Slow, controlled descent, chest leading, brief pause. Powerful push while exhaling. No rush, no collapse. Just clean, intentional reps. Now here's your challenge. Right now, drop down and try 10 flawless knee push-ups using everything you just learned. Slow them down. Feel the difference. Notice how your chest works more. Your shoulders feel safer and your body feels connected. Even 5 perfect reps done this way can outperform 20 sloppy ones. Stick with this. Practice it. Own the movement. Because mastery isn't about doing harder exercises. It's about doing basic exercises exceptionally well. And when you're ready to progress, your body will tell you. Until then, keep building that foundation, keep showing up, and keep getting stronger one perfect rep at a time.